And here we go, fight fans. We are set for the next feature of the evening, and it's scheduled for 4 rounds in the heavyweight division. We introduce to you first, representing Oklahoma and fighting out of Fort Worth, here is Aaron A.C. Chavers.
We await the first participant in this heavyweight matchup. We await Aaron Chavers. Folks, the heavyweights always bring the thunder. Something to look forward to. Here we go. Aaron Chavers making his way down, accompanied by Ernest Johnson, Marilyn Love. Looking ready, looking confident. Got a little strut in his step. As he gets ready. Folks, once again, these are the heavyweights, so don't blink. You might miss some KOs. You might miss some damage, as we get ready to see just who he'll be swinging the leather with.
And now ready to enter the arena, fighting here at home in Conroe, Texas. Introducing the Trooper, Henry J.R. Richard.
The hometown favorite, Henry Richard. Making his way down, and man, when they heard his name, this place went crazy. He is kitted out too, top to bottom. Full fight regalia for Richard. He's being accompanied by Henry Richard Sr., Esteban Noyala, and Juan Chirino. See there the tail of the tape. Richard 4-1. His opponent 9-13-1. These are 2 seniors. However, Richard has been training a little bit less, 5 years to 12 for Chavers. Size is virtually equal here. Folks, should be a good one. Let's get the official in-ring introductions now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the fights continue here for the Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas. We are live on Clear Life Media YouTube channel and also El Tigre Promotions Facebook stream. Tonight we are set for our next attraction, and it's scheduled for 4 rounds in the heavyweight division and sponsored by SLT. Your referee in charge tonight at the sound of the bell for this contest is Joe Rodriguez. Introducing to you first tonight, fighting out of the blue corner, standing with Ernest Johnson and Aaron A.C. Chavers, wearing gold and white. He officially weighed in 239 pounds. This evening, he makes his 24th appearance in the ring as a professional with 4 KO victories to his credit. And tonight, he dedicates his fight to his pastor, Reverend Curtis Jefferson at New Hope Baptist Church. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, by way of Fort Worth, Texas, here is A.C. Chavers. And his opponent across the ring tonight, fighting out of the red corner, standing with his father and trainer, Henry Richard Sr., Israel Tirino, and Esteban Noyola, wearing red and blue. He officially weighed in 235.2 pounds. In 5 professional bouts, his record outstanding. 4 victories with 3 wins by way of knockout and only 1 blemish. Fighting and training here at home in Conroe, Texas. Introducing the Texas State Trooper, Henry Jr. Richard.
All right, gentlemen, these are good right here. These are good right here, right? We're getting instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands all the time. More importantly, protect yourself. All right? Touch gloves. Go to the floor.
Here we go, folks. Joe Rodriguez, the referee. Richard in the blue and red. Chavers in the white with the gold trim. We are ready to go, folks. If you couldn't tell by looking, these are the heavyweights. Right away, Richard looking to push the advantage. Chavers looking to float away. Chavers pressuring in, trying to find the angle. And looking to set up the big right. Floating to his right to try to find the angle. Richard looks confident. Excuse me, Chavers looks confident. Richard looks focused. Looking for the right hook on the exit is Richard. Don't think it quite got there. He is trying to find a home for the big right hook. Is Henry Richard. Chavers trying to feint in and out, but not really doing anything with it. Stepping in, stepping out. But Chavers' left leg is all wrapped up, and that is the plant foot you use when you throw. Every punch, you should be snapping forward onto that left leg, and that leg is all wrapped up. Got KT tape on it, wrapping, everything. Good left hand there. Again, Richard landing. Richard pushing the pace. Chavers tries to wrap up. Now Chavers is circling to that right hand. Working here from the clinch. Chavers creating distance, looking to use his jab. Chavers just fighting along the ropes here. Needs to circle out. Richard makes him pay for staying still. Good left hand on the exit by Chavers. So far, not seeing a lot of lateral movement from Chavers, and that seems to be the difference maker. He's standing in front of Richard and getting just tagged. Kind of been the story of that first round from everything I saw. Once again, I do not score fights, folks. If you saw something different at home, let us know. There you see Henry Richard choosing to stay on his feet. Aaron Chavers sitting down. Both men getting some last-minute corner advice. Gotta believe the corner of Chavers wants him to circle, wants him to move, wants him to not stay flat-footed. But I gotta wonder how much that leg, see there, the KT tape all the way down below the shorts. I gotta wonder how much that's affecting his movement. It's one thing to walk around from day to day. It's a different thing to get in and box and have to move that knee and move that leg laterally and forward and backwards. You have to move all directions to be an efficient fighter. See, you're just standing right in front. No movement. Richard trying to test his jab here. Chavers pawing with his left hand, pawing, trying to create an opening. Richard just not moving. There's some lateral movement, and that lateral movement, moving away from the punch, takes some of that force off of it. Good jab there, right down the guard. Good left hook, now peppering the body. Chavers still looks confident. He's not really landing anything. Good jab there. Good body shots there by Richard. These Chavers pawing out there with that left, just not throwing. Landing just the jab. Richard walking him down again, another jab. Chavers has to start following up. He's just pawing out with his jab, but not throwing anything behind it. Richard's hands down, looking confident. Chavers trying to move a bit, trying to move. If I'm the corner of Henry Richard, I'm telling him to pressure, because I don't know if Chavers is going to throw something other than that jab. That jab, unless you've got a very special, powerful jab like a Sonny Liston, that's just a setup most of the time. You can move around it, move your head off center line. You can do some real damage off someone who's not throwing their right hand. Chavers just not throwing. And again, now Richard backs him up, lands a few shots. End of round number 2. Let's take a look here, some of the highlights of that round. See left, right, and that's what we're not seeing from Chavers. That's not much there. There's not much landing for Henry Richard, but just that little bit, the fact that he's throwing the other hand behind the jab is enough to score some points. You see there, throwing lefts and rights. Not a lot of action happening, but that alone probably won him the round. And I gotta believe the corner of Chavers saying, you see him shaking his head there. Corner man probably saying something along the lines of, you've got to throw if you're gonna be in there. You can't just sit there and throw your jab and hope that, you know, some magic happens. You're here for a fight, we train for a fight. Whether your leg's taped up or not, it's time to throw that right hand. Round number 3. We've already seen 2 third-round finishes tonight so far. Richard pressuring in. He's just waiting to land that right hand as he pressures in. This would absolutely be my strategy because Chavers is just going to box himself in. He's not moving laterally. Now he's throwing that left hook. Now, if he can hook off of that jab there, he can start to do some damage and accumulate some damage over time. Richard returning fire, and he is loading up that right hand, man. There's the right hand from Chavers, but he throws it naked. He doesn't throw anything with it. You have to use those punches in tandem, left and right, or left, left, right, even better. There you go, 1-2. Richard just rolls away from it, but just that. Doing something. You see some slight lateral movement. Chavers looking better this round, for sure. Now he has to get off the ropes. He can't let himself get circled in because Richard is moving in, moving in. Good job by Chavers to circle Richard around, get his back to the ropes, but then he allows himself to just get pushed straight back. They just went from the ropes to the middle just because Richard pushed forward. You've got to make him pay for moving forward. The corner of Aaron Chavers, of AC Chavers, calling out, you have to get busy. You have to do something. He's not. He's backing up, pawing out his jab. There's a right hand. Richard rolls with it. Corner is calling out, get busy, do something again. He'll throw 1-2 and then just stay at home. No one has ever won a battle by staying at home, folks. You have to get in someone's backyard and take what is yours. That's what Richard is doing right here, turning up volume now, backing into the corner. This is getting in someone's backyard. This is making someone uncomfortable. Look at Chavers back away. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Richard, the Texas State Trooper, I'm sure has had more than his fair share of uncomfortable situations. And now he is looking to create another one here for AC Chavers. Good trade of jabs, but Chavers moves straight back on it. Moving on to the final round. That one was all Richard. And if I'm the corner of Aaron Chavers, I'm saying you are letting this fight slip away. You have to turn up your volume. You have to do something to take this fight because your lack of output, in my mind, is what's causing it. You are getting bullied in this fight. This has to be go big or go home. That has to be the mindset. And I'm sure the corner of Henry Richard is saying, do what you've been doing. Keep your gloves up, stay defensive. He's probably gonna come out a little crazy, but keep using your ring craft, keep backing him up, use your strength, use your size. If he gets close, shove him out of that clinch, and we keep this fight in the center or with his back to the ropes.
And now, fight fans, this is the fourth and final round.
Here we go, folks. Final round. Chavers and Richard. And I think Aaron Chavers has to do something to win this fight. He cannot stay timid. And so far, Henry Richard is appearing to be the one pushing the pace. You saw the 2-3 combo jab right there, doubling, tripling it up. The corner of Chavers saying, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. You have to take the fight. I've got the corner man for Chavers right here beside me. He's literally saying, you have way too much in the tank to be waiting like this in the final round. He wants him to push the pace. Chavers looks timid. He is backing up. If I am Henry Richard, I am closing in to try to close this show, because Chavers does not look like he wants to fight right now. Backing up, circling towards the power hand too. Chavers can float that jab out there and then swing over the top. A short left hook there, missed by Richard. Chavers is drifting toward the power hand, drifting toward the power of Henry Richard. Chavers just not providing any output. Just nothing going here. Right hand over the top. Richard finally throws it, but it's when Chavers is floating away. But back to it. Warning to Henry Richard about landing on the back of the head. Good low body shot there. Pushing the pace. The State Trooper fighting with his mouth open now. AC is susceptible to get knocked out, but only if the other guy actually throws something. Chavers floating away again. You can hear the fans screaming, wanting to see Chavers, or excuse me, wanting to see Richard pick this one up. You see Chavers just floating away, man. Just gotta put some volume on this, man. You've got 30 seconds left in this fight. Just floating away, floating away. At least he's circling away from the power hand now. He floats back towards it. Good right hand by Richard. Ten seconds left in the fight. And they go the distance. And what I believe was an easy pickup for the Conroe native, the State Trooper. But of course, I don't get to make that call. It will be the judges. Chavers just not providing enough output. I don't know if it was the knee, I don't know what it was, but the corner was literally right here beside me saying, you know, you've got too much left in the tank. You have to fight, you have to fire, you're just hanging out, you know, and that's, I think the fight just slipped away from him. But I mean, much too much. Obviously, we will wait to see what the judges have decided. There you see the Texas State Trooper. Got to believe he's picked up a W, feeling good. The hometown crowd, the hometown favorite. Getting in the judges' scorecards now. All right, folks, I think we've got the scorecards in. Let's go up to Jeremiah Gallegos for the official decision.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here from Conroe, Texas, all three judges have the score 40-36 to the winner by unanimous decision. Hailing from Conroe, Texas, the Trooper, Henry Jr. Richard.
Henry Richard picks up the victory. Saw Aaron Chavers trying to talk trash. Should have done that during the fight, man. Congratulations to Henry Richard as he picks up the victory. Folks, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after